everybody, welcome back. It's Angela here today again on this lovely fresh crisp Sunday morning, just to bring you a little bit of a tutorial for today. So I've actually put together my signatures, so I'm not going to page through each and every one, but this is the first one which we're going to work with today. So this is the page for the front that I've chosen, and as I've shown you, we're going to use the pink on the back. Now the first page, the first tea stain page, I have put in over here, and I have actually stenciled a little bit of a stencil, actually using one of my die cuts. And I'm just going to show you a couple of bits on how I made some of my own stencils, because I didn't have a snowflake stencil actually. So what I did here was, I've taken one of my actual dies, and you can do this with any die. This one isn't the one that comes from my new pack, which is the Thinlits, the Sizzix one here from Tim Holtz, which just came yesterday. This is called Paper Snowflakes Mini, and you can find this on my Amazon favorites list. It's got all sorts of sizes of snowflakes, which I will be using today. Now this is just a spare one that I had, but it's very similar in size to these two over here, and you could use any of those. And what I did was, I just placed it onto my page. I took my little brush and a bit of my Distress Oxide, my vintage photo, and I have just gone around there. So I've got a little bit of a discoloration there, which is perfect, and that's how I've made that little shadow image there. The other way that you can do that, then you just wipe it off when you're finished. The other way is use punches or your stencils as well. I have just punched out a snowflake, if you can see that there with my hand, and you can use that as well. I'm going to use this now, so I've just used a punch. You can cut this out as well with your stencils onto card. This is a bit of card. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to use my Tattered Rose. I'm waiting for my vintage, looking for my others, but this one I'm using today. I'm just going to want to put this at the top here, I think. So I'm just going to go like this. Now, you know, great way to do this with any of your die cuts if you have them, or you know, any sort of pattern that you can come up with and use. And there we have a little snowflake. So I'm going to change the other side now, and a different brush. I've got my bundled sage as well. I've got velvet, vintage Victorian velvet, which is also a great one. And I will be using that as well. Oh, wrong one. So I'm just putting a little bit of green there. So we've got a bit of green there. So you can see that's how it sort of all comes together. I'm going to do one at the top here, I think. This is a really easy way to get a stenciled image onto your page. So there we go. And then I think I'll just do some on this side. So I'm going to do this here while I've got the green out. And I think I'll do one, I think I'll put two pink on the bottom. Right, so that can go back. And then we'll just do that with this one. I'm sure I'm not meant to use the Distress Oxide for this, but you know, use what you have, guys. I don't go and buy special things. I use what I have, and that does for everything. You know, you don't want to go and buy extra things. So there we've got a couple of that, and there's our page all stenciled and ready to go. All right, so we've got the base of that sorted. This is the page that we are going to work on today, and then I've got the other one below here, and I'll show you the flip through of this on another occasion. All right, so I'm going to just put these to the side for the moment. And what you want to do is grab a sheet of paper. This is the length of my sheet of paper. So it'll be either 11 or 11.5 inches, depending where in the world you are. That doesn't matter, the half inch. What I have done here is I have actually trimmed off. So it's only 6.5 inches wide, but the full length of the paper. So that equates to 16.5 centimeters. All right, so that's what you want to do there. Then I just want to score 2 lines here. Now this project is inspired by the lovely Carol at Oak House Journals. I watched her do this in vellum for a little pocket, and I thought, right, I've got an idea for that. So thank you, Carol, for the inspiration. We're going to use this to do something a bit different, but the idea is awesome. So I'm just going to score a line here at 1 1/4 inches from the right, which is 3.25 centimeters. So just draw a score line there. And then from the left, it's 2 1/4. So you've got 1 1/4 from the right, 2 1/4 from the left, and that's 5.75 centimeters there or thereabouts. It might not be a scientific exact, but it's approximate. And approximates are fine for this project. Right, so I'm going to just take my, you can use your scoreboard, of course. I don't want to bring lots of tools to the desk here, so I'm just sticking with what I have. All right, so now we're going to just fold that in like that. And there we go, just burnish that nice and flat. And the same on this side, if I can find where I scored, which is always, you know, a thing. So there we go, we've got that like that, and we've got like that like that. All right, so we've got your 2 lines scored like that. Okay, so guys, what I want to do now is I want to measure 1 inch from the top. Okay, 1 inch is 2.5 centimeters. So we're going to do that. And then I'm just gauging it here, like that. It's really a ruler's width, just slightly wider. And then we want to just score a line there at the inch mark, and then we're going to just fold that down. Just line up the edge there. Right. Doesn't matter about the marks because we can just cover that over. And we want to just get that nice and burnished there. All right. Right, so we can now fold this over and fold this one over. And this, as Carol had explained, tucks underneath there like that. So you're just tucking that underneath there. Now, because this paper is 160 GSM, you will have a slight angled bit there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut a little angle bit off, really tiny, just so that it's going to lie flat here like this, so that when I have it tucked under there, it sort of aligns itself up nicely. All right, now what we want to do is we want to fold this and tuck this under here. So I've got this, I'm going to go sort of halfway up like that. I'm going to just turn that to the side. You're probably better using a 120 GSM or a 32 pound weight paper, but this is what I use and it works for me. It's slightly thick, but it doesn't matter. It does the job. All right, so we've got that in half like that. All right, so now what I'm going to do is, before I do anything further, this is going to be the front, and I want to put a little circle over here. So I'm going to go and run this through and cut out a little circle. If you've got a circle punch, or if you've got anything that is a circle shape, for example, something like that, or the base of that, anything that you can draw a circle line and cut out a circle, not through both pieces, just through this piece here. So let me do that and I'll be back right back. Okay, so you can see I've just cut that out with my die cut. This is 1 3/4 inches wide, and I think that's about 4.5 centimeters. Okay, so I've got those two. I'll keep those because, you know, you can always make little tags with those. And there we've got that bit there. What I did forget to mention is this bit in the middle is just short of 7.5 centimeters. That is just short 2 and what is that? Just over 2 3/4 inches wide. There or thereabouts is going to work fine. All right, so you've got that in the middle there like that. Right, now what I want to do is I want to just untuck that there. I want to open this up, and I'm going to just put a little insert there. So what I've taken is a little bit of packaging that was from my one of my Tim Holtz packs or something. I think it was the snowflake pack. I've just cut out a little snippet of that to fit over there, so it's double the way it is in the actual. I've got one of the little dies which was from the Tim Holtz dies, so you can see it's that one, and that's going to fit. I've cut this out of glitter paper, so I'm going to tuck this in here like that, and I'm going to put some glue on the underside because we won't be seeing the underside. So this is the underside. This is double-sided glitter paper, which is not needed in this occasion, on this occasion, or most occasions, but you know, there we go, that's the right side. So I want to just get this positioned here. Trying to get it, well, you see now I've smeared it, but that's okay. All right, we'll get that there like that. Try not to smear it. It does dry clear, but still. Now make sure you get it around like this, and then I want to just position that over here like this. I think this is narrower than my piece of paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some glue right on the edge of this just to keep it closed there like that, and then I'm going to just put some glue not too close to the circle, just around there like that. And now I can actually see where it needs to go exactly, just to centralize it as best I can. Yeah, all right, and now we can put some glue here. All right, so this one will go down first. Now we're not seeing the rear end of this, so that's all right. And then we can now, you don't have to glue this, but I am gluing it like that. And then we can just lift up this corner, tuck that down nicely. I will just put some glue on here. Carol doesn't put glue on hers, but she's using hers for a different purpose. So there we go. I've got that all circle sorted out there like that, and when we turn it over, it looks lovely. All right. Now you can go and stitch around there if you want, or stitch around here. That's completely up to you. All right, so I am not going to do it. I'm just going to now turn the bottom bit over. So I'm going to just turn that back, make sure that this lines up nice and neatly like that. And I'm going to use my bone folder, which has disappeared somewhere. Here it is. So we just want the bone folder, and we want to just make that nice and flat like that. Okay, so now this is where you can just take a little bit of your vintage photo. We're just going to give it a little bit of a edge there like this. There we go, that's done. Not going to worry about that at the minute. So we've got that done. Then I have got a little bit of a cover to go over the pocket area there as well. So I'm going to just put some glue on that one. I hope you're having a lovely weekend. Hope you've managed to etch out quite a bit of crafting time for yourself. It's always lovely to craft on the weekend. It's my favorite. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, there we go. Right, so we've got a little pocket there that finishes that off really neatly. And now you can just take your dauber and just, you know, get rid of the bright white, which I don't like. Okay, so how cool was that, and how quick was that? Right, I think I had just better just get my glue stand here and move it a little closer. Okay, so we're ready to go. So I'm going to take our page again, open it up, and we're going to place this on this page here. So I've got it, just positioning it here either side, and that's going to be great. Now I think what I'll do is I'm going to take my double-sided tape, and we're going to just stick this down. So you can use glue, you don't have to use double-sided tape, but you know, double-sided tape does work pretty well. So I'm going to just cut that off. It doesn't give you much time for errors, I will say that. So we'll just use it on that piece there. Luckily here, I don't need to worry about it lining up or anything. This is pretty much going to happen. So it's the back of this that's on this page that I would struggle with. All right, so I'm going to just let that fold down. So there we go. We've got that side there. Okay, now I'm going to just take my, let's use the one we're using. Right, so I've got my art glitter glue here. I am now going to put glue all over this and stick it down. Okay, so we are now going to just stick this down. I want to move it slightly lower rather than higher. So hopefully this is in the right spot. Let's just get that done. Like that. There we go. All right, so we've got that all sorted. Now we want to just add in our bits and pieces here. So first thing I'm going to do is I've made one of the little tags. I've just backed it onto some card. I'm using this one. Put in some of that beautiful plum boutique gingham ribbon. And then Hilda gave me these lovely charms, so I'll just put it on a jump ring here, a lovely snowflake, just to sort of bring that up there. All right, so let's just put this all here. We've got this all ready to go, and all that is needed to do now is to pop in our little tag at the top there. All right, so that'll stick out nicely. And then these two bits, I've got these two cards like this. And I'm going to put this one in the front. I've just put some ribbon on the sides there, so I think I'll put this one in. We're going in between the two now, and we've got a ribbon on that side, and we've got a little ribbon on that side. So you've got the nice snowflake background of this card peeking through the snowflake the snowflakes over there. All right, everyone, so that's our little project for today. I hope that you've enjoyed that. It was a really quick and easy one, but a really nice one just to have in the front of our page just over here. I think that's going to be a nice little start with our little belly band and pockets. Go and give it a go. I'm sure that you can put this together. It's really a quick one, but a fun one. I think that while I'm just looking at it here, I think that we're going to just add something quickly here from the little sentiments. I think it could do with a bit of something. You have also got a little tuck spot over here, so we could either tuck in a little tag, you know, over here, or you know, I'm going to just stick this over here, and that'll be the start for the book, which is the reason for the season. So that's going to give us the right thoughts for that as well. So let's just do that. And that, I think, will just finish it off perfectly. There we go. Okay. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me, for spending some time. This was a quick little project. I know you're going to go and give this a go and have some fun doing it. Great start for the front of our Christmas journal. So there we go. Have a lovely rest of your weekend, and thank you so much for taking some time and spending it with me this morning. I look forward to seeing your takes on this. So have a good time putting it all together. Bye bye, everybody, and I'll see you very soon.